Hi, everybody. My name is Shane Johnson. I am a student here at Arizona State University. I am majoring in criminal justice studies, and I've come to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a 30-year-old, got a child on the way. She's due come January. I work at a local casino, and I live in a small little lake town. Nothing too fancy, just kind of a getaway resort. I mean, there's a lake, a lot of fishing. That's about it. I hunt a lot of my free time. Don't do much of anything between work and school, and we're early fall here, so season's not really started just yet. But I do want to go through the things that I was requested of and kind of show you some things that represent me. First one, I got a Cobra Rad Speed driver. Now, with this being a resort town, there is several golf courses. There's no shortage of that, I promise you. When I was little, I used to play a lot, kind of gave it up as I got older, kind of ran out of time. Well, recently got married about a year ago, and the wife discovered it was the best thing she had ever done. Luckily enough, I convinced her. We bought some clubs, we started playing a little bit. Well, when she got pregnant, it kind of slowed down a little bit. So kind of had to take a little bit of a break from it, but every so often we hit a local place called Top Golf over there in Rogers, Arkansas, and we got there and sling balls for a couple hours. The next thing is I am a huge, huge nerd, as much as I hate to admit that sometimes. This Pokemon cards. I come from that generation of kids, collected them, traded them on the playground. Once again, grew up, kind of stopped a little bit. I was like, man, there's so much new stuff going on. I have to get back into it. Well, I did. It is an expensive obsession, and I should have never started because I thought, well, it's a little scheme. I might make a little bit of extra money. There's no money in it. I promise you. I've spent hundreds of dollars on it, and it's almost like a really bad addiction. The next thing is, I hope I can get away with this on YouTube. That, of course, is a bullet. I am an avid shooter, avid hunter. I hunt as much as I possibly can throughout the year as much as possible. I'm a big whitetail hunter. I love deer. It's some of the best meat you will ever eat. I do fish, and when I'm not actually hunting, I couldn't catch anything to actually save my life, so I kind of gave up on that. But it's still fun every so often. If I'm doing a lot more of these videos throughout the class, you may see me. I may come in from the woods, I may be sitting camo shirt or something like that. I probably just peeled myself out of the woods. The next thing is actually the chair that I'm sitting in. It's kind of hard to see. It is a racing chair. Um, I grew up in a family that was always working on vehicles, working on cars. My uncle at one point in time was rebuilding Corvettes for the Oklahoma City and Tulsa area. I grew up around it. My wife, who I'm married to, her family is actually big into dirt track racing. A couple months ago, we actually went to Nebraska to go see a race. I drove 6+ hours just to sit in the middle of a cornfield to watch a dirt race. It was probably the most exhilarating and fun that there is. My brother in law does race. I do work on his car quite a bit, fixing panels, changing engines, transmission work, tires, the odds and ends, the stuff to help keep the car going. So if I'm doing homework and it's super late, I'm probably at a track working on it at that point in time. The last thing that I want to talk about is actually the hat. You will probably never see me not in a hat. The only time I don't wear this set hat or any other hat of any other variation is at work. And that's just because they will not let me wear it. If I could, I would 100%. I actually picked that up from my late grandfather. He was the same way. He had a hat for everything. My father wears the traditional cowboy hat to and from. He doesn't leave home without it. I don't want to say it's because we're balding, but it's 30 years old and I'm starting to kind of thin up top. It's a part of life. It's whatever at this point, but you just accept it and you go on. I hope this kind of sums up a little bit of who I am. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. I'm pretty much an open book and don't have much to hide. You guys have a good day. Thank you.